Hey everybody, I thought I would do a all my dolls video, and I'm pretty good with my collection. I did just get one. I'm gonna try her out and see what she's like. Might have to resell her, but we'll see. So just gonna tell a little tiny bit about each doll and why they're in my collection. I do have a little bird, so he is up there. Hey bird. He's a little ham, so he might say some stuff. So first off, this is my 1986 chip tooth Samantha with amber eyes. So there's her chip tooth, and you can see her amber eyes. She's got longer bangs, and she's in an outfit now that I literally cannot take her out of. It was made by Horizon. See? There he goes. Hi, bird. I literally cannot take her out of this. It was made by Horizon Doll Crafts, and I absolutely love this outfit. It is cotton, and it's in Meet Samantha when she gives Nellie, or the Lydia to Nellie. So here is my 1986 Samantha. She is a shorter doll, and she's got the shorter hair. So there's the first one. These dolls are in no particular order of how I got them. I just have them taken down by each shelf. So this is my 1988 Dreamer Samantha, or Dreamer Kirsten. She's in her summer outfit. I absolutely love this doll. There's not a doll in here that I don't love. They're all in here for a reason. So here she is. She's beautiful. She's a huge hit. So she's in her summer outfit. Here is my first edition 1991 beautiful Felicity. I absolutely love her. I got her this year. So yeah, there's that one. Here's my Addie. She's the oldest doll in my collection. There's a little bit of a hiccup with Samantha because technically she was my first doll, but I sent her to the doll hospital in 2008, not knowing that they changed her up quite a bit, and I was pretty upset. So I sold her on eBay with the new head, and I got a 1991 Samantha when I probably would have gotten her at that time. So here's my Addie. She's not first edition. I think I got her like maybe 92 or 93. She definitely isn't first edition because she doesn't have those. She has those little grommet things in her feet and in her shoe. So I'm gonna guess she's probably 1992 or 1993 because most of her clothes, maybe mid 90s, somewhere in there. But she is the oldest doll in my collection. Here's my 1989 green slate Samantha. I don't know if you could tell, but she's pretty green. She's white body. I don't know if you can see on here, but she's white body. This dress is a illustration dress that AG did not make. This dress is done by Historically Dressed on Etsy. So again, a dress that I haven't been able to take her out of. I've had this outfit for maybe a couple years now, but still, it's when I put them in these outfits, it's really hard to take them out. Samantha is my number one, with Kirsten coming in second, Felicity third, Addie fourth, and then the rest of my dolls obviously after that. So here is my white body green slate Samantha. Here is my 1990 maybe, I'm not sure, green slate Samantha. She's also in an outfit by Historically Dressed. This is in the Meet Samantha when she's talking with Nellie. That one's in the Samantha Saves the Day. So this one actually, if you can believe, is even more green than the white body one. So I just can't bring myself to sell either one. This is my other first edition Felicity. Felicity means a lot because my family takes quite a bit of history with the Patriots. My 7th great grandfather fought in the Revolutionary War, and he fought at Bunker Hill, Sarasota, all these other places, and was with George Washington for quite a bit. And so she takes, I absolutely love her collection, even though I have most of them. Well, this dress is a dress that I made, but unfortunately it didn't turn out too well. I actually ended up cutting the sleeve there because it was too long. This one is like one of the first dresses I made, but I can't really bring myself to throw it away because I love the fabric on it, and yeah, so it just really suits her. I actually got 2 first editions by mistake. This one is like absolutely pristine. The other one, her face was somehow punched in, and so what I did was I took her head off and I put boiling water and I left it in there for a while. I did 2 rounds and it made her face more normal, and it lifted her lashes actually quite a bit too, so that's nice. So she plays a big role in me, and I like Samantha because of Avonlea, and she's from the same exact time era, and Anne of Green Gables. And so you can't really tell with this phone, but she's got really pink cheeks. The other one doesn't have as pink cheeks, and her eyelashes are absolutely beautiful. So here's my first edition Felicity. Here's my 92 Dreamer Felicity. I have her in an Etsy dress. I love this. It's just, I thought it would actually be more gold than yellow. It technically is, I guess, more gold, but it's not exactly gold. It's like anyways, it is what it is. It is really pretty. It suits her really well. It's very good for coloring. And I've had her in this since I got it a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. And I'll probably have to change the Felicities out because of the 4th of July coming up. And it's my favorite holiday. My birthday is the same month, so that's also why I like the 4th of July. So just my favorite holiday, and I can't wait for it. We're going out of town. So there's my Dreamer Felicity. There's my Carolyn. I got her a couple years ago for, believe it or not, $25 off of eBay. Her outfits were definitely not cheap. Yeah, but I have all of them now, so I'm super excited. This is a dress that I actually made a couple years ago. My sewing machine broke last year, and I used to sew dresses for myself. My style changed, so once I get my new sewing machine up and running, hopefully I can make some more doll clothes. Just some ones that are more historically accurate. And for Kirsten and Felicity and some Carolyn. So again, here's my Carolyn. This is my 1987 Kirsten. She's in her trail outfit. Her bangs aren't cut. They're just styled a little strange. So I have her in the shelf here. I had one heck of a time with Kirsten. I absolutely love her clothes. I love her items. I absolutely love them. But the Kirsten doll itself, I have had one heck of a time trying to find a good one. It wasn't until I found that Dreamer that I finally was able to decide to get into her. I now have her complete collection. There's a couple pieces I'm missing, but I have it pretty much like 98% complete. I actually just got her quilt from 1989 today, so that's fun. And so this is my 1987. I always wanted one, and so now I have one from every year, from 86, 87, and 88. She's not big tooth or anything, but I just love her eyes. Her eyelashes are just huge. She's just beautiful. Her hair is a little thin, but that's okay. She's absolutely beautiful. Here's another Pride and Joy. This is my 1986 Kirsten. If you know, you know probably how expensive these dolls are. That's why I don't have that many dolls. Some people have like over 100 dolls, and It's fine for them, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous. My thing is changing them. I love their outfits. I love the historical aspect of it. There's absolutely no point to having all these dolls if you can't change them. And right now I feel like as many dolls as that I have, which in my opinion aren't that many compared to a lot of other people, but it is kind of a lot to me. It's starting to get a little too much to change now, so I feel like it's a little ridiculous. But I never thought I would ever feel that way. Maybe I'm just being a little lazy lately. So this is 1986 Kirsten, and I had a heck of a time getting her. There's a little tiny piece of her hair that's cut in a tiny top, but she actually came pretty pristine except for that. She came with her factory braids and even factory bands, but her hair was really messy and it didn't look good, so I tried to kind of straighten it out a little bit, but in the meantime I broke the band, so I worked really hard to get these back into them, and it probably took about all day to get them back pristine, and I'm never taking them out for that reason. Her hair is soft, it's shiny, it's basically factory. So yeah, and she has been debated December or fall, but it's just, I guess, weird opinions, I guess, I don't know, but they say that Samantha is November, this Kirsten is either December or fall, and I don't know. Anyways, so there is my 1986 Kirsten. She's in her baking outfit. This is my Just Like You 11. She is 100% Pleasant Company. Same with this one. I had a heck of a time trying to find her in Pleasant Company with decent pricing. I wanted her, but I didn't want her that crazy. But yeah, so she is which is pretty weird considering the prices that I paid for these dolls, but I have a certain value that I want to pay. And I don't remember the name of this outfit. I think it's like the seaside or beachside or something like that. So, anyways, here's my Just Like You 11. I named her Shirley after my grandma. Here's my Just Like You 6. So now you know when I have these, there's 4 dolls that I now have that are a lot of money. That's why I don't have that many dolls, because I would rather have the dolls that I want and pay a lot of money for than have just a bunch of dolls that I kind of want. But all my dolls are strategically done. Lessons have been learned from them. So trust me, I've learned a lot of lessons throughout the last few years of getting back into collecting. So here's my Just Like You 6. I did not pay the crazy price that a lot of people pay on eBay and stuff like that. I did get her for a good deal. She was still expensive, but I'm never selling her. I have probably about 30 dolls. So to some that might be a lot, to some that might not be a lot at all. Again, I can't remember the name of this outfit. I love it though. I think it's like the beachside or seaside or something like that. But I absolutely love this outfit, and I love the shoes that go with it. They just come off, and the shells aren't big enough for the shoes. And I named her Magda Alyssa. Here's a doll some people might go nuts for. I, again, do not pay the crazy ass price that some people pay. I probably would have paid a lot of money for this one because it was one that I really wanted. But I am so glad that I actually didn't get the one that I really wanted, because now this one has the big bangs. She's really huge. She's squishy, and her eyes are absolutely beautiful. I wanted this doll for a really long time. Every single day I looked on Mercari multiple times a day for her. So she is Pleasant Company 100%, 1999. She's obviously the second version, but I love this one because of her long bangs. And so she's from 1999, and I named her Myra from Full House. Here's my baby, my Claudia. She's my Pleasant Company Just Like You 11, or 4, man. 4. I named her Claudia Kishi after the Babysitters Club. I absolutely love her. I've had her since 2021. She's 100% Pleasant Company. She's like the older version because you can tell like with her yellow skin coloring. Absolutely love her. She goes everywhere with me. She goes every birthday, every single birthday, anytime that we go anywhere. And I'm probably going to bring her on my trip with me this weekend. She is in a not 4th of July outfit because of her, you know, she's probably going to come to my birthday with me. But after that, I'll put her in the 4th of July outfit that I have already reserved for her, that I'm pretty excited to put her in because it's a long time coming for that outfit. So anyways, that is her. This is my Z Yang. I got her probably a few years ago. I paid about maybe $150 for her, maybe, I guess. I've wanted her for so long. Once I found out about her, I just couldn't stop obsessing. I have her glasses over there, so she does have her glasses. And so anyways, here's my Z Yang. She's in an Etsy outfit. This is my 62 Nora. I've wanted her for so long. This is probably my favorite 4th of July outfit that I have any of my dolls in. It's like a little kid outfit with a puffy skirt and the Team USA shirt. Silver bow from Bow & Company, Sew & Bow. And then these red sparkle shoes. I absolutely love her in this outfit. I named her Nora. I wanted her for a really long time, and I wasn't debating at all about a name. I knew she was going to be named Nora. I have no clue where I got that name from. But it just kind of came into my head when I was looking for my 62. I knew I was going to name her Nora. This is my beautiful 38 Bailey. I don't know where I got the name from, but this outfit is from Sew & Bow, or I'm sorry, not Sew & Bow, Sew You Creations on Etsy. I got it thinking of Molly, but Molly just never stuck with me, so she's not a part of my collection at all anymore. I tried really hard with her because I know she's one of the OG3, but I've went through about 6 Mollys and just could not stick with it. So I kept like 2 or 3 of her outfits though from my Truly Me's just because I thought they were cute. So anyways, here is my Bailey. Here's my Truly Me 85. She's in a Sew & Bow outfit. Why do I keep saying Sew & Bow? I'm so sorry. This is Sew You Creations again. Same one that did the... So if I ever say Sew & Bow, it's only because of the hair bows, and the some of the accessories. But I do have a lot of Sew & Bow outfits, just not on any of my dolls this time. So here's my Truly Me 85. I named her Tatiana, and I named her after Fresh Prince. This doll, words cannot describe how much I absolutely love her. I actually named her Hillary from Fresh Prince. I was going to name her Sarah Moore from the Addie books because I was looking up Addie on Instagram when I first got back into collecting to look at outfits for Addie, and someone had her and used her as Sarah Moore, and not knowing anything about Truly Me's or anything yet, because I was still just into historicals. By the way, again, she's in Sew You Creations dress, with a lot of these outfits are again. So here is my Hillary Banks with my last name. And I absolutely love her. I love her hair. I've had her since 2021-ish. I got her for my birthday from my husband. Here's my 36. I named her Willow from Taylor Swift song. It's my favorite Taylor Swift song of hers. She's my 36. She's from 2011. I got her like 2-3 years ago or something like that. I literally searched every day, all day for literally exactly a year. And I found her on eBay. Nothing wrong with her. I just had to tighten her up her limbs and clean her up a little tiny bit. Didn't send her in for a new head or anything. So here is Willow. This doll is stunning. Stunning. I absolutely love her. I was going to name her Apollonia from The Godfather, but I thought it might be a little too long. So I decided to name her Connie from The Godfather. So if you know, you know. And maybe Apollonia still fits. I don't know. Maybe I'll have her name double. But she's been Connie for a couple years, so I think the name Connie is stuck. And her little persona has kind of sufficed for Connie. So here's Connie. I got her from Facebook friend, same person that I got Z Yang from. Got her for a really good deal. She is hefty in price these days. No way in hell would I ever pay the price that people are currently asking for, 36 or 48. I think it is dumb as shit. I would probably pay about $200, $300 maybe for her, because of how cute and how unique her eye color and her black hair is. I would never pay $500 for her. I luckily got her a long time ago, and I think she might have had a head replacement, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what year she's from either, actually. So, I don't even know. Anyways, whatever. She's in this Rainbow Sparkles outfit. Okay, so here is my 45. I named her Bianca. I think she has had a head replacement because her bangs are more thin up on top. But she is absolutely beautiful. She is worth the price. I love Addie molds with bangs. I absolutely hate Addie molds without bangs. I did have a 50 actually that I got for a really good price, but she was really jinky. And I had her for a few months and I still could not fix her up. So, yeah. Hi, Brood. Hi, Brood. You're on camera. Hi. So I named her Bianca from all my children. She has one shoe off because it decided to come off, and I didn't feel like putting it back on. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So there's my Bianca. I absolutely love her. She is worth it. And to me, I would say I did not pay the hefty price because I got her like 2-3 years ago. But I would say she's probably like, I don't really want to, I know that people probably want to get what they paid for her, but I do not think it's fair at all if people get these dolls for like $50-$60 and charge an arm and a leg for them. It is not okay. I actually realized that I was ripped off of one of these dolls. I'm gonna have it named nameless, but one of these dolls I realized somebody got for $50 and they charged about 5, 6, 7 times for that. One of these dolls. I did pay that price because I had no idea at the time, but I also knew what the doll was worth, and she was charged the correct price for that doll at that time. So it's not like it was unfairly priced. It was very average for that doll. But I did find out that it's pretty much criminal what that person did, and it's not okay to ever do to somebody. I really condemn it. It's a den of evil to do that to somebody. I am keeping the doll right now because again, it is, I know I'll probably get the same price that I paid for the doll if I decide to go for a different one, but right now it's very, very pretty. I absolutely love the doll. So I'm not gonna say which person did it or anything like that, or which doll it was, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. And sorry for my ramble, but it just really, 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 excuse the language, this is not for kids, so I'm just gonna say it, really fucking pissed me off, honestly, that somebody that did that. And I get it's a business, but when you do something that horrible to somebody and then there's something a little like not pristine, and you do that to somebody, that to me, whenever I sell my dolls, I only charge the amount that I paid, because it's fair. And I'll never ever do that to somebody. In fact, I probably have lost about $1,000 just because I don't remember what I paid, and I want to sell them for what they're worth at the time. Like, for example, sorry for my ramble, but for example, I had a amber-eyed 1987 Samantha. It was my first one like that. And then I found that one. And so I was like, I'm just going to sell the other one. And I sold it for probably about $1,300, and I forgot that I bought it for like $1,500. So, and it was not pristine. The seller was, again, not honest about the issues that the other one had. So I knew that the value probably would have to go down. And I didn't want to get rid of her at the time because I never thought I would ever find another one because of how rare she is. But they are more coming up now these days because people are selling their childhood dolls. And lucky for us current doll collectors that kept in it or got back into it, now we get to buy them. So again, it just really fucking pissed me off when I found out about that. So that's just a little bit of my personality, and I probably won't ever get rid of the doll unless if I find one that is not having any issues. I was aware of quite some of the issues, but not all of them. But that has happened to me, and they only wanted to either return it fully or whatever, but they didn't want to give back. That's happened to like 2 or 3 times now. I just think that sellers just need to be honest, even though that if they don't know what they have, they should at least be honest about the condition of them. They need to look the doll thoroughly over. If you ask questions, they need to like look it over again. And I get that I made mistakes, so like I'll offer returns and stuff like that, but like it's just okay. Anyways, enough rambling, not being negative, but just be very, very careful and look at previous sales before you buy a doll. This is my 122. I named her Egypt. Egypt. I named her Egypt. She is in an Etsy outfit except for the shoes. She's obviously in a 4th of July outfit. So there is my 122, and I'm just going to try and get through these quickly because I rambled a little bit too long on my rant. Here's my 38 again. I have another one. I have 2. I at one point had 9 because I kept finding good deals. This one was not a good deal. It is pristine, very, very pristine, 100%. Do I think she's worth the money? Absolutely not. She's probably worth about what she sold for. I think it's nuts that people want to charge $200-300 for these dolls. I was a sucker for this at the time because it was pristine. And if I could do it again, I would not do it, but I just cannot bring myself to sell her. I named her Agnes like Conan O'Brien did. This is my 43. This is Olivia. I did have a 43 before that I sold when I bought like my expensive dolls, and I missed her a lot, so I rebought her. This is my Joss Kendrick doll. I got her in 2021. I was a little late to the party when I found out about all these other dolls, so this doll has stayed in my collection. She's one of my favorites. So here is my Joss Kendrick. This is my Kanani, obviously. She's from 2013 or 11, whenever she came out. I can't remember, I'm sorry. I think she's from 2013. She's in a handmade outfit of Nanea's and her own sandals. No, I think it's Grace's sandals. I don't know. I think they're Grace. Anyways, I've kept her. I got her like in 2021. I've kept her hair just absolutely pristine. If anyone knows me, knows about this with me and doll hair. Whoopsie daisy. Anyone knows me knows with doll hair that me and doll hair just do not mix. But I've been adult about with their doll hair lately. This poor doll. She's my sister's, and most of her is from 2000 or 1991 or 2 or something like that. But again, me with doll hair, I actually cut it because I kept trying to, I was really confused with the braids, because you know how like with Kirsten's, when you let their hair down, it's like really, really uneven. And as a kid, I did not understand what the hell is going on with that. So I just kept trying to cut it, and every time I would let it down, it would just be uneven, and then it was just a mess. So once I discovered about you can get doll wigs on eBay, I found a Kirsten head that was super, super cheap that looked just like the wig that we currently had. So I re-wigged her, and she's been like this ever since. This Samantha is my Samantha that I got as a replacement from my childhood one. So she's been in my doll family the second longest after Addie. I got her back in 2008. She's a 91, tan body, just standard Samantha. She's really cute and everything. Her hair is like absolutely pristine. I got her brand new in box. So when I got her, and I got her when she was retiring, so she's like super expensive when I got her. But anyways, that is my Samantha. Here's my Truly Me 54. I have had one heck of a time trying to get this doll. I have been trying to get the perfect 54. So this doll is currently my perfect 54. The other 54s were either had their earrings, or they had, and I wasn't into earrings. I still am not into earrings. So if I have to get a doll with earrings, that's the way it is. So here's my 54. She's in that something navy outfit. I named her Kaguya Hime from the Bamboo Princess. This doll is my Truly Me 118. I absolutely love her. I put her in the Titanic outfit that I got a while ago, and my husband decided to put her on my bed with a cigarette and a book and put her hat over her head, because she was obviously on vacation, and this is a total vibe, and I could not take her out of it, this scene. And so all I did was just move her onto Felicity's bed, which is right next to my shelf. So I've had her like this. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna take her out, but I love this doll. 118 is just like, I didn't get into the newer dolls. It took me a long time to get into, well, I guess whatever long time you want to call it, but I got 118 and 122 for my birthday last year for myself. And so I've had these dolls since for exactly a year, and I absolutely love both of them. And I was very, very careful on which dolls to get, because I didn't want to get all of them, but I wanted to get 2 of them. So I got 118, and I planned on putting her in my Titanic outfits. So I decided instead I'm just going to get Blair, and I still wanted to put her in the Titanic outfits. I just cannot take her out of this. This is like the funniest thing I've ever seen. And so anyways, obviously my husband decided that Rose indeed needed that cigarette. And by the way, if you know that scene in Titanic, you know, where she tries to light the cigarette, and she lights it, and then her mother says, you know, I don't like that, Rose. And then Cal takes it away from her. She said she knows. And then anyways, here's my 2023 Winter Sparkle doll. I never got a collector doll before. I probably never will again. But this doll just spoke to me, and I'm sorry. It is Galadriel. It is not Game of Thrones, even though even my husband says it's Game of Thrones. But she is Galadriel to me. So there you have it. There's my dolls. All my dolls with my bird being a ham, because he can't stand not getting attention. And again, sorry about my rant, but I'm just being real here, because that's how we are in the doll community. I have them in the IKEA shelf with lights that I got from Amazon all around it. And they are not normally on, because I have heard that with the vintage, like really, really old ones, like the 86 Kirsten and the 86 Samantha, and like some of the older dolls, you don't want to put them in direct lighting, otherwise it's going to ruin their face coloring. So there they are. I hope you enjoyed, and I showed a little bit of my little rant there. Anyways, have a good 4th, everybody. Bye.